Oh, I'm sorry.
So I had to cut.
Map 1! Underway now. OpTic Gaming, eUnited. eUnited had a very tough loss today. OpTic Gaming have been dominant, but this is one of the toughest matchups they've faced so far. Here we go.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And obviously, eUnited, they have a match under their belt, right? So we always have to talk about that. eUnited, it was a Game 5, Round 11, which is all they've lost. And yeah, that's tough to deal with. But you see, the guys talked about it. We're able to bounce back and off to a pretty solid start right now. As you can see that kill feed all red. And as you said, for OpTic, this is a big challenge for them. They've only really played Luminosity. They were able to beat Unilad. Tomorrow they have Rise.
Unilad's looking like a much tougher test than maybe previously thought.
Right. Yeah, definitely so. So, you know, they have eUnited today. They have Rise tomorrow. Definitely they're, you know, more difficult couple of days for them.
Certainly. Felony of eUnited trying to hold the back box. He's able to hit the shots onto Felony. Pressure was coming in from the top. It's Octane that's able to pick up a couple of kills while in the hard point. But the setup is here for eUnited at the main street. Now the collapse coming in. They're able to find the kill. The first kill pushing through underground. Things dissolving. Things falling apart very quickly here for eUnited. Is now the 4-man hit alive and well for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, as soon as that happens, you can see now where Pristini and Fellow are spawning so far away from their teammates and what looked like a perfect setup. Clayster, if he's able to find one, potentially two there, and then you have Fellow who's like, all right, I'm going to go challenge those players underground that you weakened up, and he runs into another OpTic player. Fellow and Pristini, though, they're able to bounce on back. They're able to stabilize a little bit. 1 versus 1 in the hill. Fellow able to win that one on Octane, and actually OpTic, they're running a 2-bar setup right now.
We've seen that be very successful since Seattle, during Division A, and now Division B as well. Octane with the double kill behind the grenade, now at 6-2. OpTic has the rotation to the next hard point as well, but eUnited doing what they can to disrupt. It's me, Clay, and Arcides. Yeah. The AR duo trying to work and find an opening here. It looks to be double bar on double bar right now. Arcides and Clay matching up against Methods and Octane.
Well, definitely so. I think when you look at sort of the teams in this division, where sort of the stars are is with the ARs, where I don't know if in Division A it's necessarily sort of that AR star power, but when you look at OpTic, you have Methods and Octane. When you look at eUnited, you have Playstyle and Arcides. Then you look at, you know, Rise, you have, you know, Slasher and Gunless. Like, those duos are terrifying.
They absolutely are. And Wuskin trying to add his name to that list with a great performance today for Unilad. With 30 seconds remaining, though, on Doc's Warehouse, OpTic Gaming able to clear. They're trailing, but with the final time here, they should bring it back to close. Now, there's an opportunity here for Scump to make a play. Scump has already found 1 kill to get in the barrel building. He has a teammate that spawns out near Cole with, I believe, a Pristini right behind him. There's a chance, though, to find an opening in the backside.
Yeah, because Pristini's able to catch up to Methods, and I believe that was Arcides, his twin brother, who was able to just stay alive, and they're trying to lock this down. Pristini able to find Scump, but it's pretty split right now. Placer and Arcides find kills. Octane really the only guy left, and there we go. eUnited win that rotation.
Nice job. It was a nice job. I mean, there was definitely a presence there from OpTic Gaming. They had to win a little bit of a 2-on-2 in the back there, and they're able to get it done. Now can they continue to work on this? Because this is one of the better hardpoints for both of these teams. You know, someone might be surprised to see eUnited wanted to play OpTic here, but eUnited's been nice here as well.
No, they definitely have, and you can see that as Fellow, he's able to find a couple of kills. Pristini, he picks up 1, and OpTic pretty soon. So they're going to have one last attempt at this, at least to contest this hill. You can see they're trying to flood the front, and Fellow, he's going to line them up, able to find 2 as well. Can he find the 3rd? Not able to do so, but Krim, the last player here. And, well, he's trying to buy time. He's done a pretty good job to at least contest, and, I mean, he's stopped about 8 seconds so far already, and he's able to get another kill. Krim just being annoying right now. Finally, RC's able to clean him up. So we're going to have about a 50-point lead as we head to Crane.
And just to kind of break it down with regards to kind of map counts here, OpTic is 7-0 on Hardpoint, but they've actually only won Docs once. They've played it 1 time. Whereas you take a look at the Hardpoint for eUnited, they're 3-0 on Docs, at least coming into today. So this has certainly been one of their go-tos. And that's actually the Hardpoint they won in their series today as well, I believe, right? Against Complexity, so they'd actually be 4-0?
Yeah.
I think they ended up closing that one out, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember that. Actually, the series map to map. Oh, lots of Call of Duty action today.
Yeah, I just agreed with you. I have no idea.
Yeah, I believe they're 4-0. So
I was just trying to make you sound way smart.
I appreciate that. I rarely get called way smart, Joe. I appreciate you.
Arcides, he's able to find a couple, and it's just the bars who are playing so well right now. You saw some streaks, though, on the side. I believe it was just a glide bomb. Yeah, that's on Clay. But ever since really, sort of, he struggled a little bit in week 1, I think, to end that out versus Rise, Clay.
Okay.
To end it out where he had a great series against Rise Nation, he's turned it around. He's been more of a, sort of, what we expect from Clay.
Yeah, and
which is superstar.
yeah. Maybe not the most consistent superstar at all times. He definitely has up and down maps, but he's been finding some consistency. And if he's able to do that, obviously going to be huge for this team. Him and Arcides have to have a major presence on this map. Arcides, speaking of him, getting close to streaks right now. 150 off the glide bomb. A couple players trying to hit towards mid-map right now for OpTic Gaming. Arcides trying to get the angle on it. His teammates all dropping from that position, but really, Arcides just trying to hold water side, make sure no one's able to get to these water steps and make a play. But he's really just trying to find some kills. You know, Clay's already got the glide bomb. Arcides knows if he can tack some more onto this, how lethal it can be, especially with this major lead they have so far.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, though, OpTic, though, they've been down in a hole quite before, you know, quite a few times before, where they've started off slow in a hardpoint. But that second round of rotations is where they come back. So if I'm Arcides, I'm trying to get these streaks. I'm trying to put this game away. Just make it so difficult for OpTic to get back into it. And there we go. Able to win that gunfight on the Crim 6. Now he has full streaks, has that artillery. Glide bomb coming in for Clay. They're going to try and break this Main Street. 75-point lead. Let's see if they can extend it here at Main Street.
That's big. You get Methods and Octane, the two lockdown ARs. One hit with a glide bomb there in lights. The other gets gunned by the PPSH on eUnited. So there is an opening now. Yep. There's artillery dropped as well.
Look where he put it. He put it on the backside so they could do this, so he could stay on this hill. I love that play right there from Arcides. He picks up a couple of kills. He knows the players are spawning low water. That is a heads-up play right there.
It's fantastic. I mean, it's going to take a miracle grenade or a push through mid-cut to get him out of that, or just wait for the artillery to drop, which finally has, and now the pinch is going to come in. But look at that. That's about 20 seconds or so before Pristini has to deal with his first gunfight, and he's still up. He hasn't dropped throughout this because Clay and Arcides doing a solid job around him. You got a 4 in a row from Clay, 4 in a row from Pristini. eUnited taking it to OpTic Gaming right now.
Well, and that's the thing, right? You get streaks, and that's what you can do. If OpTic rotates that hill, then they get right back in the game, and we've seen that sometimes this week where, once again, OpTic, they have slow starts, but the other team doesn't have streaks. They can't put OpTic away. Now you see these streaks coming in. Now it's a 110-point lead to eUnited.
Another nice couple of picks from the bar players on this eUnited team. They haven't been able to get a lot of aggression towards the actual hardpoint yet. Now they run into the superior positioning of OpTic Gaming as they look really good here. And if they can get a nice hold and get an early break towards maybe backside of barrels, right back in this.
Oh, definitely so. Clay, though, he pushed fire, able to find one. Now pressure on the Crim. Crim trying to stay alive, but nice nade from Fellow. That's going to weaken him up, but Crim just pre-firing it. This would be big streaks. Not able to find that glide bomb. Pristini, he finds 2 with 20 seconds left. And if they get all of that time, that'll put him at about 220 points. Pristini, though, he challenges Methods. But that rotation over to barrel right now in favor of eUnited.
And remember the absurd statistic for Pristini. It was something like, what? They're 28-2 in hardpoint when he goes positive, so he's -3 right now, and they got a 70-point lead. This might be one of those anomalies for the eUnited side, or maybe we'll see Pristini really turn it up late in this one. You've got one more player still set up in the back. That's going to be Clayster. Can he make a play when his teammates start to push in? So there's the first kill. He's able to find Skunk. That's going to make, you would think, Methods try to help or focus him.
Spawns as well, just so far away. The last player, low driveway, he has Octane on the hill. Huge play by Clay. Wow. They clean him up. Great break, and that all starts with Clayster right there. And he continues out on a 3 spree. He's at 26-19.
And that type of moment, like, you know, I mentioned during Doc's Warehouse, like, that's where OpTic Gaming can swing this game back to their favor. But what a break from eUnited. They might have closed the game out right there.
Yeah, thinking about Main Street as well. If they don't have that artillery, OpTic's right back into it. But eUnited, they are locking it down big time. 17 seconds left on this one. So they can't end it here, but they're going to get pretty darn close. As OpTic, they spawn all the way out, and you still have some streaks on the side of eUnited. Here comes that fighter pilot from Arcides.
The streaks continue to let their presence be known. 12 points away from victory are eUnited. They just cleared out the final player there in fire, and they are headed into the hard point.
And we haven't talked about it much, but look at that scoreboard. Scump right now, 13-27. Not the best performance from him, and there's a lot of people backing him up, saying he's back in that king form. Did not have the best game one.
eUnited, big victory there in game one, but I think we all know now this series is likely going the distance. It's an eUnited series, and they've already got one on the board. But yeah, you know, I read the stats off in the previous series. Here, I'll read them again real quick, just because it was kind of, you know,
I remember it was like
okay. Let's just say it was basically like a 0.2 jump in just about every mode when you talk about the previous OpTic Gaming roster to the new one for Scump. He is absolutely just improved statistically. I know it's a small body of work, obviously, but. Is it a honeymoon period? Is him getting back to form? Maybe a little bit of both. But what stood out there, you know, for me is you saw the dominance really of Clayster and Arcitys with the bar. And when they're going off like that, it makes it very hard on a player like Scump to get in position, especially because even with a bar, like, yes, one, you're getting gunned at long range, but even at close range, those can be 50-50 gunfights. So it's just really, really tough to get going.
Yeah, and then once again, we sort of talked about it a couple of series ago when streaks come into play and you can't get set up. It's so tough for a submachine gun player because his teammates never have spawns. They never have rotations. He never has easy gunfights. So obviously just a slow game one from them, but you can expect that at times. You know, we've seen it happen, but the difference is eUnited, they have the streaks to put OpTic away.
We know how big of a series this is for eUnited, considering the two brutal losses they recently took. Jess actually had a chance to talk to Arcitys. Curious to hear what he thought.
Thanks, Maven. Yeah, I did talk to Arcitys, and he, of course, was disappointed by their loss earlier, but he had some beautiful words to share with me. He did say, we didn't lose to complexity, we lost to ourselves. He said that after that match, they had a lot of things to talk about as a team. He said that they did go ahead and kind of address some of the issues. They were doing some scrims. He said they were going pretty well. Basically, he had said earlier that his team made what he called some meathead plays, so they're clearly feeling a lot better. So I'm at least glad that they have this little pick-me-up. They took this first map at least, but we'll see how the rest of it goes. Maven and Merc, back over to you.
Thank you, Jess. And all right, so this just made me think of this. It's just funny because I've referenced them as like this Jekyll and Hyde team. They have like a switch.
If they beat Rise and OpTic. But
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but like what defines that more? That literally if you beat Rise and OpTic and you lost to United and Complexity, like that is the definition of what this eUnited team is.
It has been since really, I mean, after Gunless left, right, and IW and Clay joins, it's just been so back and forth. Like, they consistently get to the winner's bracket, but then they lose 2 in a row. It's like they're looking so good, and then all of a sudden they aren't. And it's sort of the same thing, but this seems a little bit different. You know, even seeing the guys' tweets, they seem a lot more positive. Obviously, you saw Pristini giving a nice right hook to the DX Racer, but I mean, it seems like they've bounced back. You saw them right there, just a lot more vocal with one another in between those maps. We'll see if they can bring it to Search and Destroy.
Well, I saw one tweet. I think it was Burns. Might be what you're referencing. I actually wanted to read that out because I liked what he said. Where was it? I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through real quick. He said, from the outside looking in, I can proudly say the COD boys are rebounding extremely well after tough losses compared to Season 1. Usually it was a bloodbath after any loss. Teammates are openly talking without letting their emotions get the best of them. Just need to clutch up. And there is, okay, I'll be honest. I haven't seen them really discuss stuff after games during Stage 2, but Stage 1 I remember very well. Oh, yeah, it was bad.
It was like them and EG would just yell at each other.
Really, really bad. They get into it, and yeah, that's a way sometimes teammates hash things out, but to hear from the manager that they're, you know, maybe going about it in a little bit of a better way, handling losses better is, I think it's big.
And at what point are you just like, you lose, what, 3 Game 5 Round 11s? That's their only losses. Like, they're pushing it to the limit and they're losing those. It's like so difficult to get mad at one another because you're right there. You're right there to win, and they know that they're in the series. It's not like they're getting beat 3-0, 3-1. It's going all the way to the distance.
Well, let's get loaded up here for Game 2 and see if OpTic can tie up the series.
And you imagine this is the place they do it, because a couple of times we've seen OpTic Gaming play this map, they have absolutely destroyed teams. It was really like their first 2 series that they were back from.
It was what, like a 6-2 and a 6-1?
It was just quick. Yeah, it was very quick.
And now remember, though, there were a little bit of change to the defensive spawns at one point. This might be the first time they've played it since they've been reverted to, you know, the spawns we're more accustomed with as far as them getting into the B side a little bit quicker on defense. Do I think that'll have a big influence? More than likely not. You think OpTic will be able to handle business regardless, but what will eUnited have up their sleeves? Because they've suffered some really devastating losses on this particular map recently.
And I'll tell you what, though, if you watch the OpTic VODs, there's probably not much to tell you because they're doing what they did right now. They are just running at B, and eUnited, they're going to give up B. It's just Clay in there, and wow, nice snipe on the Scump. I actually think Scump, due to him dolphin diving into his teammate, allowed Clay to hit that shot. I think if there isn't a teammate there, I think his character model gets down.
Yeah, it definitely looked a little bit awkward. But this is a site you can absolutely win a 3v4 from once bomb is down, but the big thing is you do have a pinch coming in. So this is going to be a lot to do with Felony or all to do with Clayster. Oh, yikes! Krim almost gives him a third one. Krim goes ahead and pushes out one side, gets a kill through the smoke, but it's all going to be on the final player who's going to drop Krim not able to get it done, and what a big round from Clay there. So 2 snipes, almost a third, and then finally a whack to the dome.
Yep, great plays by Clay. Just an individual play from him. I mean, on both sides.
Yeah, I thought this was going to come down to Felony kind of getting in on the flank. It didn't even matter.
No, as you said, 4 versus 3. We've seen it time and time again where the offensive teams can lock it down. But, yeah, Clay opens that up. I saw him sort of peek that corner as soon as Scump got into the bomb site. And, I'm telling you, I think Scump's character model got caught onto his teammate, and he got taken down because of it.
A frustrating beginning there for OpTic Gaming, but a hot start from Clay on the side of eUnited. Look at them. 2 players kind of pushing up mid-street.
And RC's just looking over Octane as well.
Yeah, you had Clay watching mid-street, making sure they didn't have to worry about it. They're just able to isolate him at A.
Yeah, it's just Fellow who was trying to make that play. And we've seen it time and time again where Octane goes behind that green tower and wins that gunfight. So RC is able to open up the map. That opens up the A side as well. So a 4 versus 3. You can see nobody from OpTic even close to this site. Yeah, Fellow in a great position. Pristini just trying to be annoying towards his B side. OpTic haven't even, made their move close to the bomb site yet. There we go. Krim able to find 1.
But so little time. And you have Felony in from behind.
Fellow
should have an easy kill.
Play. Yep.
There's one. Might have spotted a second as well. Fellow actually gets gunned out of the window by Crim6, so now it's going to be a 1-on-1 with 19 seconds left. RC's.
Here's a stun as well.
Just getting away for a moment. Good call. Could stun check this if he wants.
Well, he's just calling this. This is a ballsy play from Marcides. He doesn't even think Krim's going to go for it, and he's right. Krim not able to get to the bomb in time. A pretty solid retake attempt, though, from OpTic in that 3 versus 4 situation.
Well, I thought when Felony was in top red and he got that first kill, I figured they were screwed. He saw the 1 cross kind of under archway. Then he was going to have a 1-on-1 fight from the power position and window to Krim. But Krim won. When he won that, that's when it kind of opened up for me and they had a chance. Yeah, as long as Fellow was in top red, obviously, it would have been really hard to work that.
So good couple of rounds here for eUnited. They take an early lead. We'll see how OpTic adjust. It's really Krim having a great game, and it looks like they're going to switch up towards that A site. And I love this from Clay. Like, this is just a ton of confidence, and look at what eUnited's doing. They're going right down the middle. You have 2 players in Fellow and Pristini already top square, and they're going. They left that square. They know where Methods is as well. They're so fast on this flank. OpTic has to be careful. Number 8, Pristini. Yeah, he's going to find the first kill. They know Methods is up top. He's trying to throw a nade. Has help from Felony. But just like that, it's a 2 versus 2 as RC's and Clay go down on the other side of the map.
Let's see what Pristini and Fellow can do here. They've got Scump's position. Pristini inching forward, trying to make the play, able to win the first gunfight. Now going to be a 1-on-1. Fellow
has a nade and a stun.
Versus Scump. Nade in. He's going to push Scump away. Just tries to fire the edge. He knows he's weak. Waits for him to challenge. Scump, though, wins the 1-on-1.
And Fellow played that correctly. He played so patient. He wanted Scump to leave the position. He wanted him to leave the barrel, and Scump does. But, yeah, Scump just snaps a little bit faster right there on the Felony. Fellow had the advantage because he hit him with that nade as well.
Not enough damage, apparently. Although I didn't see how many bullets he actually hit after that. But nice 1-on-1 victory for Scump. But I agree with you. I mean, you played it how he should have. Yeah. Nice grenade, hit him with it, waited for him to leave the power position. And then
sometimes it doesn't matter how you play it.
Right. 2-1 advantage for eUnited. Scump on a 3 streak. Scump obviously not the best game 1, trying to rebound here and search and destroy. It looks like he's doing just that, but still trailing in overall round count. Pristini stun checking in. Gonna tag Crim6. Tosses one back to return the favor. A lot of utility being invested on both sides here, but Krim holding strong there on the bomb site, able to line up 2 with the PPSH, and the push of eUnited thwarted. Yeah,
I like that play from Krim. He just backs on up. They think he's behind the tower, and when they're throwing nades, eUnited, they're trying to follow it up, and it's like, oh, Krim is actually behind the bomb site. Krim, though, almost loses that 1-on-1 to Clay.
Yeah, he loses that. Suddenly a 2 versus 2.
But Fellow's in here. Oh, almost finds that kill. There we go. There is the trade. So just like that, it was a 2-0 for eUnited, tied up 2-2.
Krim, obviously the catalyst of that round with the opening 2 kills, and it almost got scary. We've seen Clay almost pull off some miraculous stuff here. Turning that into a 2v2 would have been another one of those moments, but falls a little bit short, and OpTic Gaming able to ultimately take the round and tie on up.
See, it'll be OpTic back on attack.
Scump still hasn't dropped yet. Can we check? Okay, so 400, no assist, nothing else to go with that.
It looks like they're going back towards that B site. Potentially, never mind. Looks like it's going to be a middle hit. You have playstyle here. He's got to be careful on nades. Fellow does get taken down by Methods. Methods just jumps over that car. I don't know if Clay saw him. He doesn't. And Octane and Scump find kills. So a very aggressive mid hit. And just like that, it's Pristini in a 1 versus 4. And that was a fast round.
That was very, very quick. One of those rounds, just OpTic able to steamroll. Clay put in a very tough position early.
It's just good adjustments for OpTic. Once again, I mean, it was 2-0 United. You had Clay sniping very well. Then OpTic, they make their switches on offense.
Shot at Pristini and Fellow. Fellow talking things through the squad. We know of his S&D expertise, and Scump still, it feels like he died about an hour ago. Still on this same streak. He's very aggressive toward that. He's going to have a very, very quick flank if the Ops just push right through. But looks like he's holding a mid-cut. Now the call's going to come in that the pressure is going to be at the B site as Methods drops. Crim6 has just got to wait. He has 2 nades to work with. They're going to need to combine some nades here to make a play. You should. Can we check what Scump and Octane have? Okay, so they've got everything. They have a lot of nades to work with.
Yep. So smoke goes down. Here comes the nade. Yeah, as I say, wait for your teammates. And RC's is going to see the cross of both, though. Well, at least one. So RC's has to back on up.
They got to go, though.
Yeah, with 25 seconds, 1 nade in. Here comes another one, but Crim drops. It hits RC's. Where's the follow-up? Now it's Scump's turn. You just saw that go in. There's the kill. But, I mean, as you said, 15 seconds left. Scump on 1 versus 2. Nice shots on the fellow. Forces a 1v1. But I don't know if he has time.
No,
has to back down. He's playing for streaks.
Yes. I mean, you've been playing for these streaks for like 4 rounds now. Just continue to play for them. And that was just, I mean, honestly, it was aggressive play from OpTic Gaming on the A site, but the kill for eUnited on the B site happened so quickly, and the plant happened.
Can't go down there.
Yeah, you can't go down that fast. Like, it just happened so quickly. I mean, that bomb's getting planted, and you still have so much of the map to traverse to even get there. You're worried about somebody watching the flank. By the time they actually get there and invest their grenades, there's 20 or so seconds on the clock. Well, maybe a little more than that, but not a lot of time. Because you think, I mean, if Scump's able to, I don't know, get his health back there, maybe take a crazy one-on-one, but just not enough time. And Pristini, well, he's working towards some streaks here as well.
Yep, there goes the nades in for OpTic. Just look at that barrage of grenades. Pristini, he throws a stun, gets a hit marker, so he knows. Bomb being planted for Scump. They're trying to get that glide bomb onto him. Nades don't hit, though, from eUnited. There we go. He gets that glide bomb. Here comes the pressure. Clay trying to challenge his gunfight. This is a big one. Oh, neither of the players gets a kill. RC's, though. That was a very long. That was so long.
Scump and Clay, 2 of the best players in the world, not hitting many bullets. No. that was just sloppy on both sides. Scump, though.
Fellow! Oh my gosh, that pre-fire from Felony, and there we go. Arsenes wins that, and I don't know, did Scump get streaks? Did he get full streaks?
He got the glide bomb, and then maybe, I don't know if he even got an assist there. We'll have to check it out, but Clay fired up after that round, despite the fact that, well, remember we talked about that round
I don't know
previously.
if he's mad at someone or fired up. Well, I have no idea.
Was it the first round where we talked about Felony, if he was able to make an impact on the flank, but he didn't get there in time?
He fired the hell out of Crim.
This time he gets there, and he makes the play on the flank.
Wow.
Yeah, let's check Scump, though, off the break. I know he got the glide bomb. Okay, so he did get everything.
Kill.
That's big. That's big. Honestly, it got so wild there at the end. I didn't even realize.
But eUnited, no. You have a couple of players with Mountain on. The only one without it is RCD, so to watch RCDs and eUnited, they're going to go towards this A side. Octane, he backs on up. It's hit with a nade. Just trying to play his life. There goes in that. And RCDs is the guy with the... with the bomb, but he stays alive. So there we go. And there we go. Pristini pushes that one-on-one, just pushes straight in the stable. Able to find that kill, and just look at the positioning of Fellow and Pristini. If they can get this bomb down, they have such great map control. And he's going to try and get him off bomb.
Oh, no.
I don't agree.
Well, that water tower is getting smoked.
Oh,
but unfortunately, no damage into RCs. Now 2 streaks invested here. You really hope somehow you can take this round, but there's 35 seconds on the clock. You just have Scump and Methods. And this has not been pretty for the side of OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, I think Teep in the back probably has his...
What the hell were you guys doing?
Yeah, probably has his head in his hands right now. I'm like, what the hell? What was that? But there we go. Methods, last one left, 15 seconds left. He's not going to find anything. And what a round from eUnited. Really, Fellow and Pristini, they just took it to OpTic, and they're just 1 round away from being up 2-0 in this series.
So I guess with the streak usage there for OpTic, what went wrong? What's the biggest thing that stood out for you?
All right, so he calls in the glide bomb. He sees nothing. He only sees RCs. This is the only reason maybe he's thinking about this is that he saw RCs, so maybe he thinks, I'll catch RCs out and make it a 3 versus 3 because he knew he doesn't have Mountain on. Besides that, I have no idea. They might have saw the cross as well. They say, hey, call it in, but he called it in a bad angle because they knew the guy went to the bomb.
Yeah, that water tower has a leak. that thing got devastated.
So what I'm thinking is they saw him cross, and all right, you have to kill the bomb planner. So that, but he called it in the wrong way.
Oh, tough round for OpTic. Leads to a 5-3 lead for eUnited. Methods, though, playing in his usual spot here at bottom Grandma's. Wasn't able to finish a kill. At the same time, Clayster gets another snipe on the opposite end, so another man advantage, make it 2-man advantage for eUnited as Clayster hits yet another snipe. He wants more. Methods, peek your little head out. Peek it out!
Oh, come on, that was an easy one.
You thought maybe.
But Clay staying alive. And for Methods, you have to feel bad because he's just been toyed with this round. You had Fellow and Pristini just fly at him. He has 40 seconds left, and just like that, he is the last one alive. Clay still watching this. There we go. Clay with 3 snipes on that round to put it away 6-3.
eUnited up 2-0 in a huge series. They're coming off 2 incredibly painful losses. OpTic, who don't seem to have truly been tested yet, now face their biggest test with this new roster. You haven't seen those yet. You have not seen those faces on this squad to date. Here we go. Can OpTic take the CTF and bring this back, or will eUnited get a huge win? Tweet the stream. We'll be right back. eUnited up 2-0 over OpTic Gaming, and you know, we're going to quickly look at the scuff play of the game from this one. It was an important round to you.
Yeah.
It involved Felony coming in on the flank and a pre-fire that really stood out to you, John.
I mean, this is just a play. You have to have S&D awareness, and this is what Felony has been known for so long. Watch that arrow, number 7, the top of the mini-map. All this is going down. You have a 3 versus 3. Fellow sets himself up, but you can see the guys on the United are waiting for him. Clay goes down. He's going to beam Scump off the bomb, and watch this pre-fire onto Octane, which makes it 2 versus 1. They secure this round. They go up 4-3.
It's a big round.
It was just a great, momentum shifter.
You know, it's actually great because that had the scuff play of the game and the dud of the game, which was the Scump Clayster gunfight to kick off that round.
All right, well, you won't see this every day. Arsony starting off with a sniper rifle on Flag Tower CTF.
I like it.
I love it.
I want some more of it.
Yeah. There you go.
Are we singing?
Yes.
We're doing that now?
Absolutely.
I'm with it.
You're making, score streak noises and stuff. We might as well.
Well, Felony is able to get a flag quickly due to the opening pressure here from eUnited.
He's out.
He's dancing. He's dancing with death.
He's dancing, not singing.
Octane ultimately able to get it, but a flag is out on the other side. Scump's now got it in his hand. It's going to be Arcides trying to trail, and on the other end,
He still
it's
has his
Clayster.
sniper out?
Clayster trying to get into a spot here to help out his teammate. Oh, yikes, methods. Erases him.
I think Arcides forgot to switch classes, and there we go. Pristini finally gets taken down, and, well, that's going to be a flag for OpTic.
Wow. So, very early control and pressure from eUnited ultimately turns into a score for OpTic Gaming. And you said, he still had the snipe out?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, well, I don't think that's intentional.
No, definitely not intentional. And a very quick flag for OpTic. It was really just a counter cap. You had so much pressure in the base of OpTic, and, well,
it's almost like
Scump just goes.
It's almost like you can't apply as much pressure with a sniper rifle.
Yes, correct.
I feel like RC's just in the comms like, that's my bad.
All right, well, Scump is not missing right now. He's on a 4 spree, 1 kill away. Well, 50 points from a glide bomb.
Let's see what he can pick up. Once again, OpTic Gaming starting to move up the map. Scump just holding here. Outside lobby, Crim6. The bait right now, RC has probably spotted him, but didn't shoot there. Kept holding the corner. So Scump hasn't been able to find an easy one yet. Now Crim goes out, he knows the position. He should come out and challenge the gunfight. First is there, but Arcides
just a glide bomb.
Able to shoot him in the back, but yes, a streak's a streak here. And they are very, very good offensively on this map. Ooh, still alive, this is still hot. 2 players just spawned, Methods trying to get a touch, but Felony pops in the back and able to pick it up. So can we confirm real quick, Scump just got 1? I believe you're right, but okay, I just want to make sure. So 1 streak.
Yeah, but the pressure's not off just at eUnited. They're still spawning low gun. And really, it was just that 1 kill. Well, never mind. Scump is not missing right now as he finds 2. He's 8-2 to start this game. Plays for the last guy in their base right now. This is going to be a clean flag pull. On the other side of the map, you have Pristini. What is he going to tend to do? And, well, eUnited, they don't turn around off spawn. Fellow and Arcides, they had an opportunity to potentially make a play because they ran it towards them, and they just go. They overextend. They don't turn around. Now 2-0 to OpTic.
You might as well think about using this glide bomb offensively quickly. You know, you're close to almost doubling up on that streak. You're only 150 off it. Your teammate,
my goodness.
Your teammates want some gunfights.
Holy smokes.
And you inserted some bullets into Clayster's head. Scump having a hell of a map.
I think he's pissed off.
Not the best game 1. I mean, he got cooked game 1.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to return the favor, and, well, he's probably not feeling good about being down 0-2 to Clayster.
No, definitely not. There's people tweeting at me. You think Clay is sort of the OpTic kryptonite. He has been for so long. And you could trail even back to, FaZe versus OpTic in Advanced Warfare. But back and forth we go. Scump still alive on a 5 spree. As you said, he did lap those score streaks. And, well, now he has full streaks. And this is getting very scary very quickly here if you're an eUnited fan. Octane needs to find this kill. There's going to be 1 player that spawns. That helps a little bit.
It is ugly. You do get the flag return, but you still have the streaks. You still have the 2-0 edge. And this is where you start to worry. Like, I know there's a ton of time left, but again and again, eUnited, what team are you going to get? Such a, they have that two-face appeal.
5 round 11 for sure.
I know. I can't. It's like we know it's going game 5.
Yeah.
It's absolutely going game 5.
I know. And they know.
Everybody knows.
Brian knows, their coach, he knows. Like, he just knows. We know. Here we go. They're setting up. They're trying to use a fighter pod here. Crim able to find 1 on Arcides. eUnited doing a pretty good job of Methods. Gets a kill. Pristini, he had shot up a little bit. They know where his position is. Throws a good stun, able to find a kill. Finds the second as well. Great job by Pristini right there.
Is
But
it enough,
Methods
though?
and Scump are still here. They get that flag away. Clay now cutting off middle of the map, trying to get into position with this bar. Great
Nice
positioning
play.
from him. You still have Methods alive, top gun. He gets cleaned up. Good stop from eUnited.
Yeah, I mean, Pristini gets the 2 kills, and then excellent positioning from Clay there to watch the cross.
Yep.
Otherwise, that's a score. One thing worth mentioning, though, how did eUnited beat Rise? They went up 2-0, right? Rise almost brought it back. They had to win it in the game 5.
Sure.
So maybe that's just their recipe.
Yeah, still, we're going to a game 5.
Oh, yeah, no matter what. It's game 5.
Well, eUnited, though, they do have a flag away. And this is big for them to take it into halftime, only down by 1. Extra time's going to pop. And there we go. So eUnited only down 1 with how bad of a half that was.
That's just one of those feel-good scores, and maybe just takes the wind out of the sails a little bit of OpTic, who were in cruise control, just dominating them through almost the entire first half. You get a little bit of life there from eUnited in the final moments. And yeah, it just has to feel so good. Like, you know, I mean, you've been in that position before where you're just getting, you know, pounded for like an entire first half. It's got to be super frustrating.
Yeah, definitely so. We'll see how they can bounce back. There we go.
Couple opening kills. Here we go. Back and forth. Felony. Oh, not able to take that. Methods. Gonna get the. Oh, Joe, we're having too much fun today, buddy. Sorry, we had Revan dancing off to the side. He's very distracting. Revan, we love you, buddy. But OpTic taking it to him here in the opening moments. Only 2 up right now for eUnited. Crim6 able to get the Joe, you gotta stop laughing. And Revan, I swear, if you come over here again. Flag is out, though. Crim6 has got it. It's going to be Methods that tries to pick up the cross. Can't win it. Pristini's able to actually take it. Now a big one-on-one here. Crim wins it, and there's the score. So everything eUnited was able to get kind of in the end of that first half, everything they got, it just kind of disappears right here in the opening moments, and you have Crim6 very close to picking up streaks.
No, that's the big thing as well. He's going to get this return. There we go. Has that glide bomb. So we'll see now. eUnited down 2 once again. 4 minutes left. And I mean, you had to take a look at the scoreboard. RCD's -11. Fellow basically double negative. Pristini double negative. The only guy on eUnited producing anything right now really is Clay.
I didn't even notice the 3 and 15 from RCD.
Yeah, and one of those was a snipe.
That's actually unreal. Like, is he still tilted from that second spawn that he had with the sniper?
I have no idea.
I mean, you just don't see that. I mean, he's one of the more consistent players in the game. It's really, really rare.
Yeah.
If he turns it around, picks it up a little bit, you think eUnited starts to have a chance. He's now found 2 in a row. He's triple negative at 5 and 15, just doing what he can to stay alive in OpTic Gaming's lobby.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Maybe, you know, he just felt like, I'm going to pull out a second bar. Just the PPSH isn't working out for me, so Clay, we do it on London Doss. Let's do it here. So they're trying to double bar to get back into this game. Clay's in a good position. They might be able to find a killer. I mean, if they get a killer or 2, he can pull this flag right away, and they left him. They have left him in the base. Methods, though, wraps back. I like that play. He's just trying to make sure there's a first kill, and he's going to run it towards his teammate. Never mind, he's going to run it the other way, but he has help from fellow Clay. He finds 2. I said the only guy producing right now is Clay. He's 20 and 17, and a great sneak cap from him cuts that deficit to 1.
Excellent job. 2.5 to go. And if you're eUnited, like, God, how bad do you want this 3-0? Like, don't put the pressure on us. We've had enough pressure already in a week and a half of matches.
Finish this.
We don't need all these game 5s. Like, this is taking years off of their lives. Just how many intense series they've had to this point. Can Clay get some streaks? And maybe that will be the difference.
Yeah, you can see he's trying to play for him, man. Once he end, though, you see RC's on a 3 spree. Maybe the double bar setup is what they needed. You know, I like that adjustment.
And that was what, EG that we really saw from Division A that made it work?
Yep.
I think they're at least I think that's the only team I saw use that.
I've seen them use it at times. I don't know if they always commit to it, but Pristini, he finds a kill. Again, we're still trying to wait until Clay finds 1. That's really going to be the difference maker here. You can see how slow he's playing. He's trying to pre-fire this corner. Not able to find it. He has to be careful. Big one-on-one, able to win that. Backs on up. Knows the pressure is going to be there. That's Scump pushing him. I think Scump's the last guy. Scump, though, finds Clayster, so that's a big win, but Flag's gone. Flag is potentially gone. Oh, no, Method spawns up and shoots Pristini in the back. But we saw that on the other side as well.
Yeah, it happens. Just can't get to the edge. Still time to work with, though. Can eUnited do it in crunch time. You do have some streaks to work with for OpTic as well. 2 right now available on Crimsix. Scump brings the help. Clayster's going to drop. I heard Clayster screaming the call out that 2 are pushing the side. Pristini's going to rotate over. He's going to run into the wall that is Crimsix as well. And now you've got everybody coming off spawn for eUnited. You've got streaks here. Do you consider like getting the dagger cap, or you save those for panic? Oh, yep, they're going for it.
They're going to go for this push. They're able to find 1, make that 2. Here we go. But we did see this earlier where this turned into a counter cap, and look where Fellow is. He snuck on through. So this is a lot of pressure on Fellow. Maybe he tries to take this to the other side of the map. You have Methods. He's on their side. He's actually going to run it middle. No, that's not the play you wanted. But Pristini finds that kill. Here comes in that fighter pilot. Able to find 1, make that 2. The last guy left is Arcides. Gets 1 kill. Methods, though, pre-fires the corner. There we go. That's going to solidify the game for OpTic. We're going to a game 4.
eUnited making it interesting down the stretch, but you know, all the streaks that OpTic Gaming got over the course of that one, able to seal the deal. You can see the 2 artilleries up right now. There were multiple glide bombs called in, a fighter pilot. That's just, it's like you make it impossible to win. Yeah, that is the case.
That's a lot of bombs going off.
Well, you think about like the 2 LG hardpoints earlier. I know they lost that series, but the 2 hardpoints is just streak on top of streak on top of streak.
Game 1 here.
That's true. That's true. All right, so OpTic Gaming now show some life right back in this series.
And when you talk about the old sort of OpTic Gaming roster, I always thought just 3-0 them, right? Like, don't give them another hard point. And I think it's the same way. It doesn't matter the OpTic roster. Whenever you talk Crim and Scump, just don't give them another chance. But they're able to earn it here. So now 2-1, going to a game 4, and I believe it's Arden Forest.
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah,
Sounds about right.
What I'm gonna take a look. What are the stats in for Arden Forest? Assuming it is that, which I have no proof of. So eUnited are 0-3. So can we actually see the best of 5 if we get a chance? And looking at OpTic are 1-0. So that's not what you want to hear if you're an eUnited fan, obviously.
Yeah, we can even take a look at the game 5 as well.
Well, and what was it? Who did eUnited have that the rough loss to on that map? It was
Forest.
It was Unilad, right? Forest. Yeah, where Alex kind of went off on him.
Yep. So you said they were 0-3.
0-3, yes. Well, actually, double check because you know how awful I am at reading these.
Hardpoint, United, 0-3 and 4.
Yeah!
1-0 for OpTic. And then S&D, you have what are we playing? Forest. You have 2-0 for United, 0-0 for OpTic.
Okay. So you feel good about the hardpoint here for OpTic, and then maybe give a little bit. Well, game 5, who knows? Like I don't even give anyone an edge in game 5. Like it's a game 5. Anything can happen.
Yep.
If they were 0-42 on that map, eUnited that is, I'd still imagine Clay's going to drop like 15 kills somehow, and
they'll go to around 11.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They'll have a chance at it. Just waiting for the hard point to get ready to go here. You see Octane of OpTic
running back.
Remember, sprinting back.
Such athleticism.
Earthworm Jim was athletic, but he gets back to the desk. Now we'll get ready to go here momentarily, but yeah, it's just, especially after looking at the maps again, you really, really think this is a game 5.
Yeah, I mean,
how many is that? 4 game 5s he's had today, or this is the 3rd?
I don't know. That's a lot of games.
It's been
out in my brain.
I know, yeah. By the end of the day, it's just exactly how I feel. I'm on like my 4th energy drink and ready to go watch the Cavs game.
I think the big thing for OpTic is we've been talking about it 2AR maps. Like they want as many as possible, right? You have Methods and Octane. Let's force that. So it's gonna talk about them versus Clay and Arceus. Arceus didn't have the best game 3, but they put up great stats in game 1.
Well, that if you talk about the 2AR versus 2AR on London Docks, it was absolutely the double bar setup of Arceus and Clayster that had the advantage. I mean, did they completely outslay them? No, but they definitely had the advantage, and well, they made life really hard on Scump in that one, and he went on double negative. But on this particular map, God, I mean, you have to lean towards the Octane methods duo. I mean, there's been talks of, whose Forest it belonged to. Was it accuracy? Was it Octane? Was it methods? Just absolutely devastating on this particular map.
Here we go, game 4. If you're just joining us, eUnited went up 2-0, but OpTic bounced back in that game 3. Gonna hop on board with Octane. Let's see, you see OpTic, they send 1 around ruins, 2 towards that middle. That's how important it is for these teams to have control of middle on that first hill. And Scump able to find 1. Arceus, though, he trades that out. Great start for United. Methods, the last player alive. He's trying to get into a position and might have just found one. Not able to find both of those kills. Sometimes that sort of auto aim just locks you in between them. That is the worst.
far. All the
Great,
points to United.
perfect.
Yep, this has been perfect for them. Now the spawn's going to flip. They're going to be spawning bunker. And you've already got 2 players mid-map in Arcides and Pristini that are going to be set up to deal with the pressure coming out of bunker. Pristini's going to hit back through fire, hide the bush, get the kill, and get away with his life. His brother, Arcides, going to be set up already near ruins.
And this is big for
nice
Arcides.
awareness.
Let's go over to Arcides. He's 5-0. I would back away if I'm Arcides. I'm going. I'm
Major
at
coming.
5 kills.
Run!
I am flying out of there as fast as possible.
Nice
Able
play.
to find
Nice
one
play.
kill, but knows the pressure's above him, and he times it correctly. There we go. Has help from his brother and Pristini. Hill's going to pop in 1 second. Gets that kill. What a sequence of events for Arcides. Just 25 points away now from getting those full streaks, but he got naded. But he is going to find a couple inside a bell, but doesn't connect.
So what all did he get? It was just the
a glide bomb.
Okay. But still, like, you got it. All right, so you're eUnited right now.
It's 60-0.
You're up 60-0. Handle business, close this out, avoid the game 5, get loud, get hyped. You just need to end this. You've had so many game 5s. Can you do it? Or will OpTic do OpTic gaming-like things and bring this back? There's the first point. It's a single point, but it's a point.
And you, I know it's obviously there's great start, but once again, we've seen it time and time again. Comebacks can happen in these hard points, but what's really the difference maker though, is those streaks. And if you're Arcides, I'm sure you would love to have full streaks. We'll see if that plays an impact, but he's gonna have a big one-on-one versus Octane towards his bunker hill and able to win that gunfight. Yeah, talk about redemption from game 3. He's 12-3 right now. They win that rotation of bunker. This could get very scary very fast if eUnited lock this down.
Are you shocked at how flat OpTic have come out to open both of these hard points?
Yes, because they destroyed in game 3, especially Scump.
Crim's 0-8. Everyone else is double negative. Like, what? We're on our
Where did Octane go in between games?
we're on our 3rd hard point.
Yes, it is 110-1.
This all right. Well, they've still got great control here too. Bunker is locked down. Finally, a 2nd point comes on the board for OpTic as they get in the front side of bunker. They won't be celebrating long though, because Arcides, he's still here and he is beasting. Clayster follows him up after he drops. Pristini drops and Arcides.
Crim is still 0-10. He doesn't have a second in the hill. Like, this is the worst start ever for Crim. I think.
Can someone check if his eyes are open?
Maybe he's challenging him. Oh, my gosh.
And that's the definition
He's got
of this
4.
game. There's the quad with 3 behind the glide bomb into cabin. Arcides, you freak. 19-3 on an 8 streak, a minute in the hard point. He saw Octane's performance on Gibraltar last week against Luminosity.
Yeah, it's one of those.
He's trying to put up better numbers.
They're all dead again. Scump, the last player left.
Are OpTic talking to each other? Did someone unplug their headsets? It's 150-4. This is how.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go check.
This is how you close out a series. This is how you close out a game. Don't even keep it close. How impressive is this from eUnited considering the frustrations they faced the last 2 days?
I will say they did invest in artillery right there, right? 157-4. They've gotten 4 points in the first rotation of Hills.
Can we go to Crim? Like, I got to see what's going on. Something has to be off. He's 2-14.
They had 9
He's the greatest player in the history of Call of Duty.
Yes.
He's 2-14.
Well, we talked about sort of Luminosity versus OpTic, that game won Gibraltar, and how they were like, that's the best hardpoint we've ever played. It was just perfect.
Yeah.
This is the same for eUnited. Everything going their way. You still have the fighter pilot. I would love if RC's just saved that for Ruins. And yeah, it's not like the lead has changed too much. Arcides, they finally get to double digits. He's going to find... Ooh, nice shots by Crim. Starting to heat up a little bit at 4 kills.
Hey, we went from talking the 10-point club to the 100-point club now.
Yeah, it's absurd. But here we go.
OpTic in control of Cave, finally showing signs of life here.
And eUnited are pushing this. Why? Because they have that fighter pilot. Right? Don't give them any room. So they're just trying to get as many points as possible.
Well, you have such a big lead, you can push whatever the hell you want right now. Like,
yeah,
get
exactly.
whatever seconds you can.
See, though, if they can win this rotation without investing, all right, well, they're going to do it anyways. He's going to find Scump. He's going to find methods. Octane, the last player left, up top. There we go. They win the rotation exactly where they needed. And OpTic don't even get that close of a spawn. So if Clayster can get a couple kills here, this could get very scary once again. I mean, it's already scary, but yeah, they could get very close to winning this series. Clay finding another kill, almost finds a 3rd, lights up methods a little bit. Arseny's is 27-6. What was that laugh? I love it.
That was
a giggity.
That's a stat line if I've ever seen one. Arseny's putting on a clinic right now. I think we know whose forest it is at the moment. It's Arseny's. It's eUnited. It's 200-44 as Mr. Mid-Map Fellow continues to be a nuisance in and around you. Arseny's picks up a couple of kills. They'll grab the final 15 seconds here. And OpTic are... I don't know what this game for is.
Well, especially after game 3. Like, it's not like, you know, they had slow games. All of them played really well. Scump was dominating.
eUnited was 0-3 on this.
Yeah. Now they're not.
Well, yeah, I think we've gotten past the comeback story talk.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It would be the
craziest
best game
comeback
ever.
Yeah.
From this point. But we'll see OpTic. They're starting to get pushed out, so this is a good bunker hold. The thing that scares me is just even a hill like East Road, or they can push a cave scrap time. That's where eUnited now, they can play a little bit greedy. But right now, OpTic, they're starting to heat up a little bit. Krim, he's got 10 kills on the board.
Well, I mean, it's a big turnaround considering he was, what, 0-9 to start.
Yep.
He's absolutely picked it up, but a common phrase, too little, too late, is what's ringing a bell right now. It's just he gets such a big lead to eUnited, but heck, I'm rooting for the comeback just for the story of it. Like the lead was so big.
I want RCZ at 70.
31-8.
Pressure though for middle. Nice job by Clay right there. RC finds another kill. Hill's gonna pop, and this is what I'm afraid about. They can just sort of, you know, just hop in a couple of seconds or in a few, hop back out. This is all they have to do. Just milk this for as long as possible.
Fellow drops, Pristini right back in. They just keep diving in. Second here, second there, second here. Just get as much as you can. And even though they just threw their body at it for, what, 4 seconds, like every point, just so dangerous. But OpTic Gaming slowly but surely bringing it back. Now 226-95. OpTic looking to crack the 100-point mark.
You see eUnited are trying to lock down cabin for cave. RC is able to find one. But here comes in the pinch from eUnited. But there we go. That kill feed starting to get a lot greener right now. Just 24 points needed. This can't happen, right? Like this, there's no way, right?
Oh
my gosh.
I never want to say it's impossible.
Okay,
it's crazy.
There's a lot of green on the screen right now.
Now look, they're spawning all the way up bridge. It's about to rotate to cave.
Hold for, yeah, you're gonna have a perfect setup for cave. Number 8, Octane, he's running on over there.
If they could get some streaks.
Oh, but that pinch comes in. I think that's due to Scump's position. Did it 2 and 5, and there we go. Clay, he finds that 1 kill. Can't find the second, but this allows his teammates to push up. Fellow's like, I'm getting in the hill. I'm trying to end this game. I'm not even thinking about this. There we go. RC finds 1. 20 seconds now needed. Fellow throws that stun out. 30 seconds left on this cave hill. Clay finds a kill. Just back and forth. I mean, and since we talked about it, they've only gotten 10 seconds, right? Like,
oh yeah,
it was at 2:23 after Bunker Hill.
OpTic finally started playing. It took a while.
Yeah.
But someone reminded them that they're on a map in the Pro League. And they've outplayed them over the last couple minutes. It's just they were down so big. You only need 17 more points. They're going to get the final couple here at Cave.
The rotation, though.
And yeah, you've got kind of a one-on-one here with Crim6 and Fellow. Krim was already weak. Fellow able to finish it. Clay gets in the hardpoint. Nice grenade from Methods and company over the top to clear him out of there.
Okay. OpTic's got control. RC's the last player over here. Nice nade, though. Octane watching that cross. You have Krim in a very forward position. Let's see now. When can he, I mean, they've gotten like 17 points in the past 3 hills. I know Burns and like Brian are just freaking out right now. Just like end the game, please. Like, they just end the game.
OpTic still in the hard point. Scump takes another gunfight.
There's no way.
The deficit about to be cut to 100, but look at the spawns. Look where eUnited are. I don't believe you have any streaks to work with for OpTic Gaming. This is the moment of truth. This is the do or die moment where I think maybe you prove if the comeback is possible. They have to get a full clear here, get spawns, and get all this time.
I love this smoke strat out of Crim. Fellow finds one. There's a trade from Octane. Here we go. As you said, here's that 3 versus 3 in the back. But Arcees is still back here. Scump finds a kill. Oh, but they line up for Arcees, able to find 2. But Scump wins a 1-on-1, and Arcees the last player left. And there we go. The breaks in for OpTic.
Oh, Lord God. I mean, eUnited, I guess at least you get 5 points there, so you have what you needed heading into this.
They have 22 points over the last 4 hills.
Yikes. They are contesting in the front, though, so at least, you know, you're keeping OpTic out of this, and honestly, the play clock might come into play if OpTic were able to bring this back.
Right.
You only have 90 seconds
Just
on it.
methods.
They get
All right, that's it. All right, we're done.
Final seconds. They do it. eUnited have now defeated Rise Nation and OpTic Gaming, their 2 toughest opponents in Division B. Wow.
Woo! I mean, sometimes, though, that's why we say it's so hard to kind of go undefeated in the Pro League, because this can happen at times.
It's interesting, though. Like, it's great you beat OpTic and Rise, obviously, but the teams in the bubble you might have to worry about head-to-head with is going to be the likes of Complexity and eUnited they lost to, which I know you don't want to think about it that way, but, like, that's what's tough.
I just don't get it. Like, how, if you're eUnited, do you beat those guys and then...
That is the definition of their team.
I know.
It's just ridiculous. No, it makes 0 sense.
I don't know if it's just like the players are that inconsistent. Like, I mean, even that game, we're like, dude, please just finish this. Like, come on.
Wow, what a victory for eUnited. And I wouldn't say that it is OpTic's first test, because I believe that was Luminosity, or you could even say Unilad, you know, with how they've been playing. But that was the first time they've been tested.
Yes.
And the first time they were tested, they lose the series. So just, you know, one thing of note, OpTic can't bring it back.
Thing is, though, is how do they bounce back tomorrow? That is the big one. Obviously, they'll play Rise tomorrow. Both them and Rise are now 5-1. That'll be for first place.
This will be the first time that, you know, Octane and Methods are going to deal with a legion of OpTic fans in their mentions, telling them that they suck. So,
yes, OpTic fans, be nice at this one, and it's a Pro League match. They're in a great spot, tied for first place. You don't have to be too rude.
No, I just, I mean, that's just one of the things that comes with territory.
Damn, he was over 10.
Oh yeah, I actually want to speak to him after this and be like, what was going on? Just like a weird start, because that, I don't know. It's like just his thumbs fell off for the opening couple of minutes, and then he really turned it around. But it was just, yeah, you're down. What was it, 150-2, or I don't remember the exact score line, but they didn't get their first point until it was 70.
They got to 10 at Bunker. That's where they got their 10th point, is Bunker Hill. So 4 hills in is when they got 10.
That was
tomorrow will be fun.
That was crazy.
There's some big matches tomorrow. I know. I believe it's LG and Complexity, which we didn't think was going to be that important, but now it is. And then you have OpTic and Rise. So tomorrow will be a fun day.
Well, let's take a look at the Astro MVP speculation from today. It's got to be Wuskin. I mean, the guy was insane, absolutely insane. I think maybe, you know, if eUnited won both of their games, maybe you look at somebody from that squad, but the importance of the victory over Luminosity for Unilad, and the fact that they're now, what, at 4-2, and the performance Wuskin had specifically when you take a look at what he was able to do in the CTF, and, well, really over the course of the series, when you were talking the ratio which he was winning one-on-one gunfights, it was astronomical. He was just so impressive today, man.
Yeah, he was incredible. Yeah, Sean, our producer, comes in the back. You know, he had to like swap with Ethan for some reason, and he comes back and he goes, you know, Astro Game MVP. I heard Wuskin play pretty well. I was like, that's the guy. Yeah, he dominated that series.
Yeah, he really did. And I mean, you saw like Arcees had a pretty solid series. A couple, well, not the best series, but he had that one crazy map. But I still don't think that outdid what you saw from Wuskin earlier, because it was just so dominant. But now I know we've been really wanting to take a look at the standings, because they've started to really shake up. That is a look right now at your top 4, and a part of the reason that was a really big win for eUnited, you know, you drop that, Complexity hops into 4th, and now you're thinking, wow, eUnited and Luminosity aren't even in the top 4, 2 teams you expected to be there.
LG 7th.
They sure are.
Yeah, I mean, now this is turning into be very much like Division A.
You got a better map win percentage than the 2 teams above them, which like, maybe bodes well for the future if they keep improving.
I think after tomorrow, you compare this to Division A, it'll be very similar. You'll have one team at 6-1, you'll have one team at 5-2, and then depending on results, you could have a couple of teams at 4-3, a couple of teams at 3-4, and then the last place team will be 0-7.
And I don't know what it says. Is it maybe vulnerabilities of the top teams in this division, or some of the lower seeded teams being better than we maybe expected? But this is definitely shaping up much different than we thought. Maybe a combination of both. But
well, let's be honest. I mean, Complexity was bad week 1. You know, Unilad, we weren't too sure. We saw how good they could be, but then they really stepped it up. And then LG, yeah, they got some work to do.
We certainly do. We're just waiting on the schedule to be ready to take a look at, and then we'll kind of talk through the big matches tomorrow and likely in the show here. But for those of you that were with us all day, thank you. Even if you hopped in and out for a couple of matches, we appreciate it. We had some crazy matches today. A lot of game 5s, a bunch of upsets. I mean, I think 3 out of our 5 matchups, the favorite team didn't win, right? Was it 4 out of 5? Hold up, I need to look at this. Who won the first? The first match is the one I'm not remembering. So Complexity beat Tandem Mind. So yeah, the favorite one there, and then Rise Nation beat Mind Freak. Outside of that, I mean, upset city.
Yeah, definitely so. It's been a crazy day. Sometimes we have this. I mean,
I love it.
Sometimes it happens, but this is what we want. It's better for us, right? Like coming into Division B, we're like, oh, it's gonna be a top 4. Maybe a team or 2 will be close.
Well, I've stated, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my job. Commentating is the most fun thing in the world. I'm very passionate about it. But even I've been doing it a long time, and when I go into a series thinking, oh, this is a guaranteed 3-0,
yeah,
it hurts my brain a little bit. I'm like, oh, God, like, just please make this competitive.
Yeah.
We've got that today. Like,
I mean, both divisions now are pretty much fantastic. I mean, obviously the bottom teams, Epsilon and Tandem Mines, it could be better, but the other 7, incredible stuff so far.
Well, again, just waiting to take a look at the schedule quick, guys, and we'll just talk through what we think the big matchups are and where we think the standings could potentially shake up from this. So wait, well, before it comes up, okay, we got it now. All right, so start off with eUnited versus Tandem Mines.
That's big for them. That'll put them at 4-3, right?
But it's like, is this the type of team they lose to? I don't know. Unilad versus Mind Freak. That's going to be a big one. Complexity, Luminosity. With the way Luminosity and Complexity have been performing, that should be a very tight series. And then the big one, the one we've all been waiting for, OpTic Gaming versus Rise Nation. Wow, I don't know who my favorite in that was OpTic when I talked on Trading Shots last week, but with that last series, I mean, we saw the mighty can fall.
Let me ask you this as we roll out here.
Okay.
We have Anaheim next weekend. We're going to have our break. Who's winning Anaheim?
My favorite to win Anaheim right now is Rise Nation.
Okay.
Will they win? Who the hell knows? The competition may be tighter than ever. It's going to be who's hot that particular weekend. A lot of teams that have a chance to take Anaheim. But guys, we still have the matches tomorrow before we head to Southern California for another $200,000 major. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern.